Tell me, are you a member of the NDC? Do you support are you a member of any political party?
I'm a Ghanaian youth who believe in um, ideologies and responsibilities of youth of a country. I'm somebody who believe in the struggle of Ghana from the days of colonialism to the independent days, and what actually caused us to lose the first leader of this country, which is Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And as somebody who takes inspiration from such a person, believes in good leadership and any leader who wants to serve the people. So I stand for um, good leadership, and I don't belong to any political party.
Okay. All right. What happened on Monday at the Rich Hospital?
Not on Monday, on Sunday.
Sunday, sorry, at the Rich Hospital.
So there is this program we have organized, and when I say we have organized, I was invited by Bike Life to be part of their program coming up that says no to illegal drugs and the use of substances.
Sorry, you said you were invited by who?
By Bike Life.
Back Life.
So
Oh, bike life, as in
Bike
motorbike.
Life.
Okay, bike life.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
So Bike Life is an organization registered as a biking group that does donations out of their biking activities in communities, and also advocates for people and the youth out there. So they reached out to me, and as part of my activities as an activist and an advocate, I agreed to be part of it because it is one of the things that I wake up on most daily basis and go to circle to educate some of these young guys sleeping under the flyover over this abuse of substances in our society that we call red. So upon that conversation, we have organized a program coming up next month, which is on the 19th, where we'll be having a program at the Independence Square. So Sunday, we went to the Independence Square to show the bikers how the program will be organized, how things will be arranged at the avenue or the arena. So from there, they said on Sundays they do bike freestyles on the N just before you get to Bellagio, the outer lane. They do some freestyles there. So they want to go there and also advocate and also inform the guys that there will be a program coming up so they can also join. Upon me being there with them, they gave me a bike, so we followed up and we all went to gigs. When we went there, because I'm not somebody who does all this bike freestyle, I'm not very good at all those things. So I was parked somewhere where we were having conversations with the guys, and when I got there, some of them were taking pictures and videos with me. So I had somewhere, and for safety reasons, sometimes the way they were using the bike and how they go about it's not really organized or coordinated properly. So I was really scared being on the roadside. So I left to certain place. So I saw a crowdy people standing there. So I thought it was part of the engagement that was going on. Only for me to get there and realize that they said two of the guys have been involved in an accident, of which they are taking the guy to the hospital. Later, I called the CEO and he didn't pick up. So I said, no, then let me go to Legon Hospital to go and check because that was the closest proximity. If somebody wants to take somebody on emergency, that was where they would take the person. So upon my way going was when the call came from the CEO again that, where are you? And I said, I'm on my way to the hospital to check up on the guy they said had an accident. And they said, no, Ralph, come back to where we are right now. We need a security back. And I'm like, what is going on? So I went there, but then there wasn't any serious tensions going on. Just that the guys, some of them were smoking certain substances that, he was trying to stop them. And it was, a little bit of a chaos. So after 10, 15 minutes, remember, let's take note of this. The accident patient had already been taken to the hospital. At that moment, that was around 30, thereabout. So when we came there wasn't any tension. So we were there talking to the guys, throughout the advocacy of drug abuse and all these things that took us there. So around 6:10 thereabout, we left from the Jowulu Fiesta Royal traffic. They drove through the N1 to what do you call it? Atimota Mile 7. Even though they had ordered that we were going to see the guy that was taken to the hospital, right? But they had gone through the Mile 7, make a U-turn with the bikes. And when we got to Tesano police station was when one of the Okada riders raised the front tire, was doing that antics, and crashed to like almost 6 bikes, which my own was involved as well. And I realized that I was hurt myself. So I couldn't even use my bike no more. Another guy had to jump on the bike and ride us to the hospital. Remember, we were already going to the hospital to check up on the first accident issue. That was the reason why we even used that stretch to go to the hospital to check up on the patient. So when we got there, the guys were already there. Those that took the guy was already there. So I had gone to them and asked them, "Oh, tell them mobile." And like, tell them share you and I went inside. When I went inside, I went to the I asked one guy, "Where is the emergency and the trauma room?" And he showed me, and we went there. When we went, the guys were on the bed. Then I came out to ask that same guy. I tell it me pray and I'm make sure I'm stabilize and the guy came back to me. He said, "I'm coming." He came back after some few seconds, not even up to a minute. The guy came back and it was like, "And then a year," and I'm chairman. At this point, and then a year was him. Starting my paper, didn't stop him. So hey, let me be so awesome. And the guy left. He never came back again. So sitting down waiting for him to come. This was about 10-15 minutes after he left. Nobody is coming. So I could see the nurses going in the trauma and emergency ward, coming out, attending to one man who was sitting down there. So I got up and went into the room again and had an engagement with them. And that was where I asked them, in a guy in the Sula Munsheno, that was a card. And I'm like, "What do you mean? It's on a card into Munsheno. Come on, you know this is not done. Why do you say Obi Kwaji card into or the whole Munsheno?" And the guy responded that in the Munkoto bandage was a boss and I'm like, "What do you mean? Yeah, card no on Kwaji, you know. I feel yes, I'm going to was Masa from a phone. So I took my phone and started recording at that moment, not live. Because as an advocate, I wanted to get an evidence of that to speak about it later when we had left the hospital. So all these footages, they have no clue of it. I have everything that transpired, and I asked the lady, said, "Can it be him?" So where your friend said, "Yes." So that was when the lady was like, "Mobile," and I said, "You can't go to the pressure. Now I'm paying for you. We have to pressure." So that's when I demanded of my phone. And when I on the phone, the first thing I said, I said, "No, can I record them out so that make me a body as trouble? If you want me to play the video, I have the video. I can play it, the sound can pick up." This was the video, my interruption with the lady. When I entered, we got into the room. One, two. Yes. Corruption, right? For director. Why? For director. Yeah, so say Ghana they pay for the corruption on way. Into money be and young fault. Mun talk about mun catch them paying for who help your friend say director. Director no captain no send your man money be wa na sika no mo bu omo to mudi. So na woka. Ana camera no can no mun say because he said the only thing a man ko pay omo djuma e camera. 25 session but they easy outside. We can't even stabilize that shit. Come on, and you raise your mouth to say, "I Ghana." What do you mean, "I Ghana"? To Ghana, the end to be the BBI. Ghana, the end to be the BBI. So this conversation wasn't a live video. It was something I had recorded to have spoken about it when I had left the hospital. So upon this was when I stepped out again. Right, and the lady claiming that he has been assaulted and abused came and said, "Oh, bruh, that was even the first time I saw him coming in. Sorry." And one of the nurses had walked to me that mentioned Sano, then we say it, and I'm like, "What is the meaning of this?" So she came in and said, "Oh, the mama pet gauze need no na so." She went inside, bought the gauze for me to put it on the hand, not to dress my hand or stop the wound. She went inside, she brought me the gauze because I was covering my hand with a scarf that one of the bikers had given to me. So it wasn't like he came to dress the hand. And I have the videos here. He brought me the gauze, and I asked, "Oh, the blame plastic academy fancy why?" And she brought it. So at what point that somebody who brought me that, I would assault the person? And I have the videos here. At what point? Now, when that incident happened, I was still sitting outside. Remember, I wasn't being attended to as in how emergencies should be attended to. That they came, brought normal sealant or that water they use in cleaning the hands. No, not that. She only brought me a gauze to put it on it and exert pressure on my hand until the found this was the statement. Now, why? But the stain got also soaked again with the blood, and I have to take it off. That is why she said, and when she said he wasn't comfortable, and my senior had asked him to go and take the card, and he said he's not going to take any card. It's a lie. When the guy came there in the first place to come and ask me about that, I had given my driver's license for one of the guys to go and prepare the card, and the card has been sent to Annie. So it's a fraud. It's a lie.
No, hold on.
Now,
the card has been given to who?
I had to send a copy of the card
you forwarded it to Annie. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have the rich hospital card that they had asked me to go and do it. I didn't even go and do it myself. I had to keep my driver's license, and I have the video telling the guy that whatever details they need, I think my Ghana card, my driver's license will provide it. So just go and do it. And I was sitting there for over 3 hours. We went to the hospital. Rich Hospital didn't still clean it. It was when the whole incident escalated, and this was what escalated the video, the whole incident for me to go live. I went outside again, and the guys that had brought the first accidental casualties said, "Oh, Senior Ralph, your dress never." And I said, "No, you." And the guy said, and I quote, "You see why I am telling you that we should give them pressure? These people, they be pressured and they need you." And they started agitating. At no point did anybody physically assaulted any nurse. Maybe verbally, as who I am, I would admit that verbally people were agitated and using words, talking. But at no point did anybody physically assaulted anybody. Until the whole incident went, way wide. Then I went back to the ward again when one guy that was in there that has been arrested by the police came out to tell me that, "Oh, Sinara, why did you?" So I have that video when I was walking into the ward again, and the boy was vibrating on the bed. I am not a medical person, so excuse my words. The guy was on the bed shaking, and I said, "No, this is the point. I need Ghana to see what is going on. So if anything happens to this guy," and everybody can attest to it that the guy was on the bed dying, and the nurses were at the nursing station folding their hands, standing there. And the videos are clear on my live video I did on Facebook. So at what point, when doing the live videos, this was a live video. This wasn't a video recorded and being edited. It was live. So at what point did anybody assaulted anybody at the hospital? And when even the CEO came, the CEO had asked the bikers that at this point all of you should leave, go to the office and wait. So who assaulted who at what point? And it's all booked stories and lies. And I dare the Ghana Medical Council and the Great Hospital to bring the footage, the CCTV footage, and in the hospital. And in that ward, the trauma unit, I saw cameras there when I had gone there to visit the guy on the Monday. Because on the Monday, because of my advocacy, people think Rap just make noise and do things as somebody who doesn't know what he's about.
Okay.
But when the thing happened on the Sunday, on the Monday, I had gone to the Ministry of Health, knowing that the Ministry of Health is the highest hierarchy when it comes to the medical institution. I had gone there to report the incident. But there had been an incident that a nurse had administered a wrong medication patient, where I had to go to the Nursing and Midwifery Council at Siasi to report this incident, and nobody gave me ears. So this time I'm not going there again. Let me go to the minister himself as a Ghanaian, which every Ghanaian has the right to visit any office as a Ghanaian. The only thing is you go through the protocols, and that's and people because they are NBC and okay NBC. Any Ghanaian, every Ghanaian has the right to visit any hospital. But maybe because of my social capital, I will go to certain places and I'm being given the opportunity. That doesn't deter any Ghanaian from having such opportunities or taking concerns to certain institutions they want to report.
Okay,
so that was what I did.
That's fine, Ralph. So you're denying categorically and flatly on this show that you didn't physically assault the said nurse.
I am not denying. I am daring the Ghana Race Hospital to bring any CCTV footage that I, Ralph, and any of the guys had physically assaulted anybody, and I'll bear consequences.
Do you have any idea if any of your colleagues, so to speak, may have physically assaulted her, no. without your knowledge?
No.
Okay.
If somebody might have assaulted somebody physically without my knowledge, that person has to bear consequences of it.
That's fine, Ralph. You've answered that. You've answered that. That's fine. Let's make progress. Now, in that video, the nurse also alleges or asserts or claims that you, Ralph, said you will come after her and all the other health, workers who did you wrong. Simpliciter. You would come after her, you come after them in their various homes and attack them.
It was a live video, so they can go and attest to that video. That I said, I am doing this video and I'm going to show all your faces. That if anything happened to that guy, we will visit all your houses and make sure that the law will take its course. Because all of you can never hide away from this. And that was at the point that I need to show all the faces. That everybody, this person was on duty, that person was on duty. Because most of the time, issues happen and people escape it.
Okay.
So let me show all their faces for them to know the people that were on duty. So that if any investigation has to be carried out, they know the kind of people to go. But there was
do you have a video? That's fine. I've heard you. Thank you. But do you still have any video evidence where you talked about the fact that when you come to you would go to their houses or their homes and make sure that the law will take its course? Do you have that video evidence?
No, they first have to prove where I said that I will visit any house and follow them to their house and go and kill them and beat them. But they should prove that.
That's fine. But I'm saying, can you also show us any video evidence where you were categorical about making sure that the law takes its course?
So that never happened.
Okay.
So I was doing a live video and the live video is out and anybody can watch the live video. So I don't have answer to this question.
Okay.
Because the video is clear. It's out there.
Okay. But I'm saying that how do I believe you that you actually didn't say you would go to their homes and attack them, but you rather said that the law would take its course?
But do you believe what the lady said?
No, I don't believe anybody. I'm just asking questions.
So since you don't believe, the only thing on time that you have something to believe is the evidences.
Okay.
So we want the Race Hospital to bring out their CCTV footages.
All right.
When somebody literally threatens the life of anybody like that.
Okay. So this talk about Ralph should have now been picked up by the police, how do you respond to that?
It is just that Ghana registered nurses and whatever, they don't want to take responsibility. And my senior colleagues, let me use that word, in the studio right now would attest to this, that anywhere in the world that medical staffers that had done this, they will take responsibility because they know the consequences that come out of that negligence. It was a total negligence. And I beg you, if you can permit me to read this. These are laws that governs institutions, medical institutions. You see, a patient is typically required to provide insurance and payment information before seeing a doctor. But emergency departments are required are unique. Anyone who has an emergency must be treated or stabilized regardless of their insurance status or ability to pay. The patient protection that makes this possible is a law. What are they talking about? That they are not taking responsibilities of their negligence.
Yeah, but I didn't hear you when you were telling us the source of the information you're just sharing with us. What's the source, please?
I think the Ghana Medical, whatever, are the best people to give you their code and ethics. And you can read the code and ethics of our medical institutions.
Okay, you mean you're reading the code and ethics of the Ghana Medical Association?
Senior, what I'm saying is,
okay,
people are being allowed to also research and learn. So let's give people the opportunity,
no, I'm just
or
saying
they can respond to this.
Ralph, you don't get me. I'm saying that you just read.
I understand. I
yes.
understand.
I want you to show me where you read.
This is something. This is something that I'm reading from my mind.
Okay.
That I have written there, so the source I can get it now. But it's something that is there.
Okay. Right. All right. All right. So you've
told
us what the source is.
In response to the question you asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I should be arrested and
Okay.
I was in the hospital on the Monday to come and take care. Up on the guy. The police were there on the day of the incident, which was on the Sunday. They had called the police.
Okay.
Our medical superintendent was even the one at some point had to calm me down after a medical staff had come there to insult me using certain let me not use those, but use certain denigratory words.
Okay.
And the medical superintendent, Dr. Leslie, had to even call me and apologize that I should calm down and not respond to the lady. That was when I even walked out and he came to me. Okay. This was about 3 hours before, after the whole incident had happened, and said that, Ralph, let me go and attend to you, please. Okay. Let me go and do the suiting. And looking at your hand, it is very deep that you can't just dress it like that. You need to suit it. So this was how the emergency it was. But I have been neglected for 3 whole hours sitting at the hospital.
Okay. All right. Ralph, thank you. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Most welcome, my brother.